All right, welcome to another episode of Quick Hits. Appreciate you stopping by. We do the longer form a couple times a week. We do these little quick one, kind of focus on one player, and today that's going to be Emmanuel Sanders, a guy I really like. I don't see a situation where the Bills don't have a viable number two wide receiver, and I like him significantly more than Beasley. I know you got some numbers in front of you, Butler. What are you looking at?
Yeah, so obviously he's coming off of a 2 for 48 game. You're not like super thrilled about that. I think if you get 6.8 in PPR, you're like not great. But Emmanuel Sanders was the third wide receiver that was taken on the Buffalo Bills, so he was consensus. It seems like was the third behind Beasley. But this is somebody who's on the field more than Beasley. It's pretty close. They're all pretty close. Diggs, Sanders, Beasley. So it really comes down to with Sanders having 11 more snaps this past week, only 2 in week 1. But again, out snapping him. But it really comes down to what you see on the field. What do you feel better about? Do you like Sanders' talent more than Beasley? Which way do you feel? Obviously, we feel pretty good about Sanders. We're making a video about it. That his value is a little low, and this is an offense that besides Diggs, you look at it and you're like, where's the value at?
The
So
ball's got to go somewhere.
Dawson
Well, here,
Knox, not really.
no.
I mean, who's getting the value? Where is Josh
Well,
Allen throwing?
yeah.
Do you
Well, and
think?
my thing is, can you name another team that has an upper echelon quarterback that doesn't have at least two wide receivers that people are excited about? Like it seems like there are a lot of teams that people are excited about three wide receivers, and we've talked about that a lot about that on our main show. I just don't see a situation where a quarterback with the talent of Josh Allen doesn't have two viable wide receivers in fantasy. And I feel very strongly that Emmanuel Sanders is much more talented than Beasley, and I think he's going to be the second guy. And I don't know, he did have a bad week, admitted, but the whole team didn't. Honestly, they didn't need to throw. They were up big quick, and they just kind of rode that one out. So I don't know. Just I feel very strongly he's significantly better talent wise than Beasley.
Yeah, first name that copped to the Packers. Maybe I mean their offense besides
Yeah,
Devontae
that's
Adams,
true.
but they obviously they have Aaron Jones as well. A great running back. Now I was looking at the stat line for, so I believe Josh Allen had 17 completions in this game for like 170 yards, 179, whatever it was. So there wasn't a whole lot to go around, right? Diggs had his 60, Emmanuel Sanders had 48. Like there really wasn't much. I was looking at last year. So obviously Josh Allen had an amazing year last year. He had 3 games that were less than that number, than 170, that 179 I think it was. 157, 154, and 122. Obviously, every quarterback sometimes has really bad weeks. We saw that with Rodgers in week 1, week 2, pretty good. Not surprising. But he had 2 415-yard games at 375, at 359, 320s. Plenty of, half of his games were over 300 yards. If he's putting up 300 yards half the time, again, I know he had a crazy year, so maybe he's down a little bit this year. But if he's putting him up even close to that, 5, 6, 7 times a year, that's probably a good chance that there will be a second wide receiver that has a good day. Diggs is going to get his, but who else? Where's he throwing it? If he's throwing for 300, sometimes 400 yards, who's catching the ball?
Yes, somebody's got to catch that
And,
football. And
and
I don't think Diggs is getting 250 yards a game. You know what I mean?
so it's probably, I mean, Diggs is very talented. He could have a 200-yard plus game for sure.
Yeah, but
But like, who's getting it? Cole Beasley, it seems like he is what he is. Like he's fine. Emmanuel Sanders, how well will he fit with this scheme? We'll wait and see. Maybe the numbers for Josh Allen from last year aren't going to be anywhere near this year. But when you're looking at a wide receiver that was the 67th ish wide receiver on the board, wide receiver 2, Josh Allen at quarterback, this game is an anomaly in my opinion. 35-0. It's not going to happen again. Against a divisional rival, they didn't need to pass. They didn't need to pass well. Even it was a complete blowout. Tua got hurt. Even then, it didn't matter. So I think that there's a good chance that Emmanuel Sanders does cement himself as a viable, flex wide receiver 3 area wide receiver.
yeah, couldn't agree more. All right, well, we appreciate you guys stopping by. Throw us a like, subscribe to the channel. We do a couple long episodes a week, and long is relative, somewhere probably around the half-hour mark. We try these couple of these quick ones a week, and we will see you next time. Thanks.
Peace.
Yep.